Hey guys, welcome back again to Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, we were trying to go through the very last bits before we head through and go up against Luis. We did quite a few bonds, quite a few quests, and we were almost there to finish the sum, and some of them on their way. Obviously, we have one day left, so in this exact episode, we'll be going straight ahead towards Luis. He'll be waiting us very shortly, and who knows what might awaits us. Maybe he has set up a trap for us, or he is waiting for a fair fight. And that's exactly what we'll be doing on this exact episode. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the episode. So obviously, like I said from last time, I obviously went and prioritized on obviously focusing on grinding. And as you can see, by the amount of mag, yes, I've been busy, very busy. And instead of showing you the entirety of each, character's archetype, it's better to look at this way, because you can see here, I've been mainly focusing on my own archetypes, prioritizing, and as you can see here, everything has been bought from my side. Obviously, I still have yet to get the remaining ones that I have available. I do think I have enough to at least get some of them, at least from mine, and obviously the rest of them I would like to get. Don't think I can get Heinzman because I need the sniper for that particular reason, in order to get the ninja for Heinzman. Some of them, I could just basically start getting, but I'm in no rush. I think if I just, it's like I said, it's difficult for me to find a concrete place. This one by far has given me a good chunk of XP, and specifically having literally how many we are? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 7 crew on our crew, and imagine just a fight, a really strong fight with those beasts and that kind of stuff. I get roughly a big amount, and obviously I did realize that I think I've been using this this wrong, and I realized the spike increase if I have this equipped on myself. Obviously, I am gonna change back to what I had, still, and what I'm going to do, I could just, I'm just gonna switch it, because that way, if any future battles, I can just keep. So anyways, as far as money as well, I've been fully focusing onto it. So like I said, it took me quite a while to get through, each battle, because each of those battles that I did with those lion scorpion ones, even with that on, it gave me 800 RC. I'm not gonna deny. Putting in easy makes it, a lot more XP and that kind of stuff. So RC coming back to it, we'll actually switch to normal again. But it's like I said, it got to the point that it was turning red to yellow, and RC I was like, okay, I'm getting close, but they're still, at their peak on XP. And then obviously they're turned into blue, which they give hardly any XP. I think it got to 800 towards 200. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna have to move on, because like I said, for me to stay concrete place, and when I'm over leveled, it's hard for me to stay, because otherwise I'm just gonna have to literally go one again and again and again, and it may actually take longer for me to do that. Maybe having having the flower would definitely save me a lot, but I would need concrete tougher enemies in order for me to get more XP out of them, because max rack I can only get to 1,000 per crystal, per XP crystal. So if there is a dungeon later on that has really strong enemies, and which I just basically grind for, then I have no problem doing so. But obviously, alongside with that, like I said, if we just go in for a second, and maybe even initiate a fight, because there's one thing I gotta show you guys. Obviously, I'm using the Devil Summoner on Yufa, and I want you to, you know, take a look. And obviously, I did. I'm not sure if I did this the last episode or not. I think I did, but if not, I have the Devil Summoner's mask, and quite interesting. It gives in this particular case, Juna, some skills that Yufa doesn't have because I need the item. And quite interesting.
Here we go.
As we start. I do gotta say, Catherine has been doing awesome.
The next one's yours.
So if I use this, it's two things come off me off guard, and is what June is gonna say and what the actual summon is. So that what caught me off guard. It mentions Persona, and look at that! It's Jack Frost. He has returned. He ho! I miss Jack Frost. So obviously the rest of them that I can get. If I just initiate another fight, because it just caught me off guard that she mentions Persona. I guess it's like I said, most of the we see are huge nods to the other titles like Devil Summoner, obviously Persona Master, which obviously reference Persona, and obviously Soul Hacker to the Soul Hacker series. And you know, it's kind of cute to see, you know, Atlas games in their own games. So this one is can't do. Damn it. Just do that. It's a Carabia. Look at that. I can't believe I still know some of the Persona's names.
I can't afford to hold back. Try some of this. Almost finished.
I know she. She mentions Jack Frost, and it's like, oh, that's cute. Yes, the devil himself has returned. I mean, it would surprise me that if not having Jack Frost in an Atlas game. It's their actual mascot, so it doesn't really surprise me.
That was the last of them.
And obviously, it seems that obviously going in battle, direct battle, gives you more XP. So it really doesn't surprise me. I mean, if you want it quicker, you would have to like just, you know, spam the button. But again, if I do find a boss that keeps summoning its own, like I think it was last episode or so. I wish I knew that boss, because if I knew it's gonna summon itself, another one of itself, I would like. What if I just just mess with it? Like if I keep fighting and let it respawn, because again, it's defeating an enemy and then defeating another enemy, and it'll add up. I wonder if it works that way. But obviously, I do have to say, obviously, wanted to show you guys the actual map, because there's actually one part that I obviously screenshotted, so you guys haven't missed it. I have obviously the dialogue and the image of it, but I do have an item. Obviously, I get to show you guys here. So I think it was right here, that chest on the left. It gave like a dialogue and that kind of stuff. It caught me off guard because it's supposed to be like a quest item, I think. I think I just saw it right over here. Yeah, we have some of that. So we have a rusty greatsword. A greatsword with elegant ornamentation, badly rusted. And obviously I do have the images of the characters present. Talking about this. I think I read it through it, but I didn't actually do it because obviously it didn't screenshot it, so you guys will see it right now on screen. So obviously this is obviously Basilio said here, oi, what's this raggedy looking stick about? And obviously Stroll and the next said, Oh, I believe it's actually a sword. However, it's completely enveloped in rust, so I doubt it will be much of use. RC Heinz May. It certainly wears its years on its sleeve, but the craftsmanship still shows through.
It cannot be used in its current state. Perhaps we could have it restored somewhere? It seems to be a profound age. Such a task would require a blacksmith with specialized background. Well, we are the ones that found it, so it should be fine to hold on to it for a bit. We're bound to meet someone who can do something with it sooner or later. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Phantom, let's take it with us.
So I found that curious because I wonder if this sword is like... when I first read it, it's like maybe this is like... let's just call it maybe like a super relic or whatever. Like a really strong relic. Obviously, seeing that it's a great sword, it would only be for Stroll or the warrior class in this particular case. So that was actually kind of curious. It's a shame I didn't. Obviously, it was not voiced, so you guys don't miss anything. It's just me picking up the item from that chest. So yeah, I'm glad I got through it. Obviously, being long episodes and that kind of stuff, it's hard for me to cover everything. Obviously, me farming, obviously getting through the entire dungeon. Not particularly something you would like to see, because it's kind of the same thing. But who knows? That in that case, I don't think I have anything else because, again, if we get out here, we're going straight towards Louise. So I don't really see I can't farm anything more. So it's more of preparing the final battle against Louise. And if I'm gonna do that, I'm going to take the general because that's what I wanted to take it last time. Because, yeah. No, it was the soul hacker, I think it was. I can't even remember. So as you can see, I have... back to everything. It is sort of like a headache to try to place... I wish I have a better sword, to be honest. But, all this kind of, helps. But yeah, I think I'll just take it.
The freedom of a wanderer.
Alright, so off we go. Not all too much. I think I've talked too much. Alright, let's return to town immediately.
Okay. Right? See you soon, I hope.
I think I'll go home and have dinner too. If anything happens, I'll rush to your side.
So obviously, being the Devil Summoner, there's some few things we can get in Moore's research, and you guys even told me that if I go to Edria, there's actually some merchants that can actually sell me some vessels. So that's something I will keep an eye on soon. So who knows what happens now? Back to the Altabury Tavern.
Great help.
Regarding what happened on that mountain, I am happy that we were able to help the believers. Ovi was most certainly elated to see that her mother was safe. I'll still never be able to forgive that bloke, Hyperic, using people beliefs to deceive them. That's low, even for a rat bastard swindler like him. He wasn't trying to deceive them, though. He had good intentions, in his own way. And things just kind of turned out as they did.
Yes.
Faith is most wondrous when it inspires hope, but just as often it can blind one to reason. As with all things, moderation is key.
It is just around the corner.
So, tomorrow we set off to the royal capital and decide the battle of our lives. I am a little disappointed. I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold.
I do regret to leave, but we have an enemy we must face. We've done all we can, so let us depart with heads held high, yes?
Now then.
Well, I believe this meal is well earned. Shall we have our fill and retire?
I said we earned our rest today. Good job. We are as prepared as we can be, and tomorrow's the big day. We'll be up against Luis. At this time, he'll be ready and waiting for you.
Captain, surely you have reservations about this. Forgive me if I'm speaking out of turn, but is your mind truly clear of doubt?
Somehow.
I mean to say, if you strike down a man who is not your true enemy, will you truly be able to call yourself a righteous prince?
Okay, I don't feel that way at all. To tell the truth. Ooh. Okay. I mean, it's like I said, I'm not sure what Louise is truly thinking. So, I just want to listen to him. I want to know his true reason why he wants to be king, and why he has the same book. I mean, I guess he kind of did explain it, but I just want to see his personal reason. Like, yeah, he's trying, to like get rid of the unjust, but he's just getting rid of the weak instead of actually like equal. So, should I say to tell the truth? If I'm being honest.
However,
I challenge you on this only because I think it foolish to be brought to a standstill by it.
may I speak?
I do not believe Louis is innocent in the slightest. On the contrary, in but a few months, he has slain the king and your comrade besides. It is any wonder that people seek to end his life? He has lived by a doctrine of power, and his every step has been in service of that purpose. He sealed his fate, and you, as a contender for the throne, should not waste time deliberating over whether such an ideology is fit to rule. Is that not so?
It'll be all right.
You are already in second place in this contest. Countless people have thrown their support behind you. Never forget that.
Hasmi made a pretty good point. If we were going to take back the country, you can't let any self-doubt stop you in your tracks here.
We can't lose.
Everything we've done has been for this day. So let's take it on. Stick it to Louise, Varela, and Grius. And everyone we lost. Let's do this.
Yeah.
That's the spirit of the pain we endured will be your power. It will be your power in the end.
Right.
I don't want a king who believes might makes right. There's no reason you can't be a contender
Besides.
yourself. And now that you've declared yourself the prince, it's not like you can't afford to fall on your face in front of everyone anyway.
That reminds me.
Prince apparently wants to make some kind of grand entrance in Grand Trad for the Skyrunner. Despite everything going on, that's his biggest priority. I mean, that's exactly what we need to make this
Okay.
work. Well then, let's get a full night's rest so that we're ready for tomorrow.
Well, I hope I can. If we're going straight, I wonder if I can just get my wisdom up so I can finally have all my royal virtues ready.
It's finally here.
So we set off for the royal capital and the safe battle of our lives. I'm a little disappointed. I had just begun to grow accustomed to the cold.
I cannot say the same. Regardless, we have done all that we can here. Let us depart with our heads held high, yes?
You should seem thrilled about arriving by sky instead of teleportation magic.
All it takes is a day to get there from here.
We'll have them city folk shaking their boots.
Let's meet at the runner once we've polished off breakfast. Off we go.
At last, only a day remains.
Whatever Luis throws at us, this is where we end it.
Between him and the criers, he's certainly made a production of this. You don't suppose it's a trap?
Nah, he just loves a battle that'll make history. That's the bastard through and through.
Indeed. The man's in first place right now. Not much he stands to gain from subterfuge. But I'll admit, I have my own suspicions.
Guess I'm not the only one thinking about that. I feel like if he wants to guarantee, he might as well take us by dirty work.
Losing your nerve, old fella? Me? I'm ready to lay the bastard out. I owe him at least one solid whack in the face from Ardell.
You can start with one for Del. Give him 100 for yourself. If he becomes king, the kingdom is finished. Maybe even destroyed from the sounds of it.
Rella said as much too. About the country being overrun with hordes of humans. That might be his real aim. Though I can't for the life of me think why Luis would want that. I thought he'd made his name as this grand human slayer.
At the very least, we know that Luis will not wield the king's magic to save this land.
Well, he said he has developed new magic, so I wonder if he actually developed his own archetype.
We have our own future we're dreaming of. For Maria and Fabienne. For Grius and Rella. We've got to win this. For everyone's sakes.
No. No.
You would pursue peril.
Hold on a moment.
You're right.
Come on.
Flying, I guess.
Pursue peril.
Of course.
Great. Let's move out.
Good to hear. Let's go.
The stage is set for the decisive battle to
What?
take place in Grand Trad. And so the Gauntlet Runner takes to the sky. He does not return within the hush of teleportation magic as a mere wanderer, but with the fanfare required of one who would claim to be prince. He is a boy no more. He stands now on equal footing with Luis, and his triumphant descent over the capital will finally make that known. Whether...
Gosh, dang it.
He's here! Wow! It's really him!
Welcome back.
Your Highness!
Alright, the moment has arrived.
It's His Royal Highness the Prince. We've been waiting for you. Go and teach that damn Luis a lesson.
Finally! This is better than any of the fables. I'm putting all my money on Luis to win.
Sounds like they're more excited about the spectacle than about the prince being alive. Still, suppose it makes sense.
But by the faces in the sky and upon the rock, we are squarely set in second place. Even with the gap between us and Luis, the prince has faithful supporters.
Though 'tis not truly His Highness's face wrought in stone, but our captain's. After all this time, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
Luis spares nothing for an old woman like me. Saint Rella spoke truth. We need the help of His Royal Highness the Prince.
He's the boy with the saint's blessing. He's got to be genuine. If the Sanctus Church's power is waning, should I take His Highness's side over Luis?
Even after her confession, they still keep her words close. I suppose no amount of past sins could make them forget her genuine kindness. Seems strange to say, but we owe her a great deal. Without her, the people would never have calmed, much less placed their trust in us. We can't let them down.
But looking around the city, some of the fervor seems beyond reason.
Your Highness, you can't stop at Luis. You've got to kill all the idiots who believe in him. They're not right in the head.
That right? You're the ones who aren't right in the head. It's because of stiff old cowards like you that this country's been spinning its wheels. Not ever getting better.
Then why hasn't Luis shown up yet, eh? Sounds like he's your coward, after he arranged all this too.
True enough. If he doesn't even show up after all this fuss he's made, everyone would feel like fools.
Probably going for another big, grandstanding entrance like at the royal funeral.
don't care what he's planning. Either way, he's dead meat.
Save your fury for the fight ahead. But still.
I guess we give him a speech.
Over there! His Royal Highness the Prince has arrived!
Wow, and Lady Juna as well!
I say, nothing wrong with an adoring public, but this is getting more claustrophobic than the engine room. We don't want to get stuck. I'm popping back in the room.
Let's head to the Hushed Honeybee Inn for now. I'm sure Maria will be happy to see us back.
All the customers say they're on your side. I was surprised at how popular you are.
Thank you for helping, Maria. We all worked hard.
Thanks for helping, Maria. We couldn't have done it without you.
I tried my very, very best.
I never thought Luis would be the one throwing down the gauntlet to you. If he'd survived, I'm sure he'd say the same. You'd better get some rest tonight. Come on, Maria. It's time you went to bed.
I wish we could stay up and talk more. Good luck tomorrow. I'll be cheering for you.
It's finally happening.
We've got to win this. For Grius' sake, too.
Victory is in our grasp. We once thought it impossible to save His Highness the Prince after all, and he now lives.
But without the king's wards, we'll be fighting on even ground. He won't make this easy on us.
The king's magic lived up to the legends. Capable of shaking the world itself. Every man, woman, and child has been at its whims for months.
Not the kind of power any of us want in Luis's hands.
But will this fight truly settle everything? By the spell's own rules, the throne will go to whoever wins the most support. Even after this battle, the crown's fate isn't set. We saw how the people's hearts have been whipped to dangerous passions. When the dust settles...
Whatever they make of it, we've come this far. All we can do now is finish our fight and strike to kill. Any less, and Luis will cut us down.
Indeed. Let us now devote ourselves to victory, and then worry of what comes after. We must believe in all we've yet accomplished.
This should be our last battle against Luis. I'm just trying to stay hopeful, knowing how far we've come. Now you've awoken your archetype, forged friendships, and taken so many burdens on your shoulders. You've really risen to this fight.
You gonna give me a bond? A rank bond, Gallica? I think it's about time. Literally, the mage one is literally the one I've been wanting so far. You're right. This is just the beginning. It's been an honor.
It's been an honor to serve.
Wow. Listen to you sounding like a proper hero. I suppose the prince thing is rubbing off on you. But it takes me back. If the prince could see you now, he'd be pretty proud of you. Don't you think? I mean, you and he were best friends. Best friends. Wait, what?
We were best friends.
Yes, we were best friends. What of it?
Oh, sorry. I felt like I'd misspoke for a second or something. Don't mind me.
Wait. Hold on. Why?
Anyway, we'll make sure this is the end for Luis. Gotta report our victory to His Highness personally, right?
Okay, that was sketchy. I should have pressed. Wait, we got the story whole wrong? Is that what's going on? I feel like I've been noticing this last, few episodes. Like, what if the prince isn't what we thought he is? And Gallic is starting to prove my point. I can see Gallica's strong determination and resolve.
It's like I'm seeing the prince smile again.
I mean, it's funny you say that, Gallica, but I just, man. I mean, we haven't even checked if. There's so many things. I feel like the prince is like, it's gonna bring us like, oh, you thought we were this? No.
Right. Let's get some rest. We'll need it come tomorrow.
It's been a while.
It feels like ages since I was last here.
So?
The best way to get prepared for tomorrow is by getting some rest.
Gonna go.
All right then.
It's time.
What now?
Maybe we could get some archetypes. Should we? No, I think we're fine. Alright, I'm gonna set my party. Sorry, Juna. I think that will be my team. The problem is I might actually gonna have to change this to summoner. Should I? The thing is, I don't have that much abilities with me, and I can't do any of these until I actually get the vessels that I require. So I might actually switch back to summoner.
This is the power said to belong to a priestess.
Because at least I have some attacks. So I'm not that worried. Alright. The moment has arrived. You know what, I'm actually gonna save it separately. Being, you know, this is like an Atlas thing. Like, once you're arriving to the last part, normally it comes to decision making, and I feel like this game has it.
I got ya.
Wants to settle it one-on-one, eh? Of course he does. When all you care about is power, everything has to be a duel. Speaking on his old right-hand man, I can tell you, the man's strong, terrifying strong. Can't afford to get careless.
That man.
Regardless of your aims, it seems Louise has had his eyes on you for some time. No doubt he has been anticipating this showdown in the royal capital. Well, if he asks a fight of us, a fight he shall have. We stand proud against him.
What now?
You know what? I'm just gonna have Basilio. I wish I had more skills for Basilio. I think we get something. Maybe like a buff thing. Maybe Battle Cry would work. I have her here. I don't have general, so I can't do a shelter formation. I guess I can have to keep that way. Do I have Heat Razor? This is what's gonna happen. Let's do shelter formation. That way I could do that one time. And Hulkenberg. Because I have Paladin up, which I'm happy. And we have Holy Knight's Proclamation, which should be very nice. And let's see. Might as well get rid of that. Okay. First aid, let's see what we can replace it with. Having formation of Vigor.
All right.
We can do that. Save here. And off to bed. Let's rest up.
Good night.
Rest well.
At long last, my lord, our investigations have borne fruit. We know where the true prince lies.
Oh.
Those loyalists who disappeared with the prince led us right to him. We found traces of their coming and going.
Where was he hiding?
Far to the west of the royal capital, deep within a forest said to bewitch those who should wander in. An old village, erased from today's maps. That said, against all odds, it seems that this place is...
The lost village of the Elder. Last trampled by Fortin's troops, sent to burn it to the ground.
Oh!
You knew then?
I see now. To hide in a place publicly declared as destroyed. Quite a gamble. The prince was born there, you know. An illegitimate son, after the past king's heart was drawn to a woman of the village in his youthful years of debauchery.
What? Then the prince really does bear elder blood.
Fortin did not raise the village for any defiance of his scriptures. He thought only to eliminate an inconvenient heir, a threat to his power, before his birth was known. The prince's survival, his complete disappearance, this was the missing piece. Zorba, go and snuff them out for good.
Sir, consider them annihilated. I've been hoping for an opportunity to test this newfound power.
Oh dear. Where's he up to?
Now, the battle at the royal capital looms. I must begin my own preparations. If you call yourself the prince, then I will give you a prince's end. And I have just the spell to do it.
What?
Time
What's he
marches
up
on,
to?
and the age of a new
What does he
king
have that I
draws
don't
nearer.
know?
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Ready to face the day?
I won't let you down this time.
This time, I won't let you down.
Stop that. You never have before, and you won't start today. Try to relax. And don't let this weigh too heavy on your shoulders.
But you have to come back, no matter what, okay?
I confess my mind strays back to the royal funeral. Yet we are more than we ever were then. Now we have the power to see this through.
Let's get out there, thrash him, and come back here to celebrate.
Never thought we'd find ourselves back at the Grand Cathedral for the final showdown. Let's pull ourselves together, ready our supplies, and give him hell.
Let's head there.
Lisa waits within the Grand Cathedral. I should go there.
Talk.
Make sure that you have everything you'll need.
Can I go? I can go places. Perfect!
Where to?
Ah, fuck, I can't. Alright, more. I need you. More?
Let's go.
Now, where was I?
Please, do make yourselves
So
comfortable.
research experiment. The mask, I'm pretty much got the ones that I can. I'll show the ones ticked off. Summon experiments. We have obsidian bone vessel, which is the see what we got here. You can now summon the Dustbone Knight, who uses multi-target slash attacks. But if we go down here, we have more. So we have Pentagram Vessel, which we have. Okay, that's for Dekarabi. Okay. Colored Beast Vessel. Oh, it's Cerberus, I think. Okay. And that's so much I can do for now. But RG Tyrant, I'm going to just shoot, and that's Lucifer. So that's so far I can do.
What now?
And if that's the case, at least this is what I can do for now.
This is the power said to belong to a priestess.
Barrier the repels. We have ice and fire. Yeah, at least we have electric and ice here as well, so might as well. The moment has arrived.
You'll come.
All right then.
I don't think he's gonna go.
Let's go.
Like, as much as Zorba and Louise, you know, are gonna go against the prince. The prince has woken up, so what is the deal with that? I gotta know. Oh wow, they're definitely waiting for me. I might as well save here.
Ready?
Stand for a shot. Oh no! I was gonna get a sword. Never mind.
Well, bit of a tricky situation. Can't exactly say I'm the tournament's official crier anymore, things being what they are. I mean, Sanctifex Forden and St. Rella are gone. Bluntly speaking, there is no tournament anymore. But like hell, if that's gonna stop me, as a lone citizen watching over the future of our country, you can look to me for the latest news on this upcoming fight. Woo! Live free, Crier! Fight the power!
Oh my god, is that a Gurren Lagann reference? Sorry.
Very good. Let's begin, shall we? The Day of Judgment is here. The final fight between Luis, military paragon and one-man army, and the boy who claims to be the fallen prince. The entire continent's eyes are on this battle, folks, and only one of them's walking away. Let's see a show of true strength, worthy of our new king.
Your Highness, you can win! Give Luis the boot!
Count Luis! Kill that imposter!
It looks to me like Luis hasn't even bothered to show at the royal capital.
Oh, there's no way he'd run away from this. Anytime now. Anytime.
Whoa, over there! It's Luis's gauntlet runner! And so the leading candidate finally makes his appearance.
There you are.
Luis.
The two titans of this race have finally come face to face. Let's introduce our candidates once again for this final bout. Our first candidate, Count Luis. Adopted son of a minor nobleman, he rose to fame on his incredible military merits, quelling domestic conflicts and almost becoming our nation's youngest general. Suspected of attacking His Highness, he was denounced and cast down, but his name has since been cleared, and now here he stands, closest to the throne. Then we have the Elden candidate, he who claims to be none other than His Highness, the Prince. Though his identity is uncertain, his strength is undeniable. Through his campaign, we've seen his team flourish, counting even the songstress Tuna among them. The time has come to demonstrate his power. Will it be enough for this youth to take the throne?
I have to commend you. A lesser man would have run. This all began with the king's failings. He was an unworthy ruler, and his incompetence bred the chaos that followed. You, who claim to be the prince, what do you believe the people seek in their king?
Power, intellect, or bloodline? I guess intellect?
The intellect to resolve everything.
Many would dismiss the idea, but resorting to force is never the answer.
Can intellect alone protect the people? In the end, words are nothing against power. Now let me ask you, my gathered people, what is it that makes a king?
Power! My Lord Louise, kill him now! Only the strong can rule!
Your Highness, show us your power!
Young candidate, have you or your party any final speeches before the duel?
We have only one thing to say. Wake up! Luis's fair world is barbaric. A land where the strong prey on the weak. He promises protection, but he is the very man who would see you slain. Hear this. Luis ordered my home destroyed by a human. Are we a land of animals? Or are we a nation united in the protection of the weak, in raising up our neighbors?
He's the type of man who will kill anyone who gets in his way. If you crown him king, I know the country will burn. Rella said as much.
People, do not let your hearts falter. I desire but one thing. A world without inequality, and I shall gladly offer my shield to all of those who follow this ideal. Those who do not, however, will be slain without mercy or regret. It could not be simpler.
If your equality means you will sacrifice the people who need help most, then I deny your world!
So, you think you have the strength to protect the weak? Then prove to me these are more than empty words.
Alright, the final showdown has arrived.
Come then, and act your part in this showdown. I have a new world to build, and you will die in its name.
The time has come. We're
Come
finishing
forth,
this.
royal soul.
Hear it now.
Shelter formation.
We settle this here.
No, I must concentrate.
A summon.
Got it, boss.
Here we got Thor as well.
I'm ready when. All right. Don't be scared.
Come, accept my challenge.
The audacity! Trivial. This is nothing.
It's the best you can do.
Hulkenberg, your attack power
Dark
is dropped.
Knight. This won't do. Dark Knight. Attack!
You defy the
Right
rule
as
of
power.
strength, then die by it.
Hold on, I'll get some distance. Soul Hacker! Light!
I'll take the rear.
Here I go!
Allow me to support you.
We settle this here.
To the rear.
All orphan souls, do your thing.
Wait a sec. I'll hang back.
You defy the rules of
Justice prevail!
Die by
I stand waiting.
I will annihilate you! Come, accept my challenge.
Tactic.
I won't hold back! Scour!
There is no escape from me.
Be fortified.
Who should... We settle
Dark
this
Knight.
here.
Burst forth!
Come, accept my challenge.
That attack.
You.
Am I over leveled?
Looks like we can't brute force through this.
No,
Soul Hacker.
Decently good amount of level.
Ice. All right. I've got a new weakness.
Defy the rule of strength.
Come on, Jack Frost. Show me your strength. Hee-ho! I will destroy you!
Well done.
Here I go.
There is no escape from me.
Together then.
Drown!
Rosenberg's ploy exposed a new weakness.
I see. It would appear you have the metal to defend your claims. Then I need not hold back either. I will annihilate you! Can you endure it?
What?
Come, accept my challenge.
What is this?
I strike to kill!
This great Earl.
Only a flesh wound.
Why are you attacking Yufa?
Soul Hacker! Everyone!
You Devil Summoner! Can we get her some healing?
Healing
Thanks.
I'm obliged.
I owe you one.
All orphan souls, do your thing!
Hold up. Here I go.
I love this path!
Do wild boar. Significant decreases. I could do one weakness.
Hold nothing back!
Julio left him wide open. Hit that new weakness.
Good! Very good. Yours is a worthy power, one untainted by petty tactics or cheap tricks. However...
He's got his power of his own.
Magnificent! You truly have become more powerful. But I would expect no less of a remnant of humankind. You're a survivor of a lost tribe.
Humankind?
Because he's elder, you would call him a monster.
Wait. No. Wait. Are you telling me the elders are the remaining physiology of an actual human being?
You should know the truth by now. After all that time I allowed you to spend on that pagan island. History as told by the Sanctus Church is a fiction.
Oh, he's talking about the mural where the two separated. Like, one has changed its form against the human. Wait,
no doubt
what?
you saw all the evidence of a truer history. One that told of ancient times where the land was ruled by a far different people.
You mean the legends according to the murals and ruins from the temple?
Yufa! Don't humor him.
But if that war between gods truly did come to pass...
Gods? How droll. They may have governed all things with works far beyond ours, but they were no gods. They were an ancient tribe unlike any other race now lost. wielders of true magic. The modern age saw them called Elder, shunned from our cities. But in their time, they were known as Humankind.
I thought humans were those mad monsters. What are you trying to say now?
Luis, you dog. Your lies will soil His Highness's name no longer.
No, he's true.
You believe it false. What would I stand to gain from lies?
Elda are actually humankind? Why wouldn't I know that?
Hear me! His appearance as a boy is mere trickery. In truth, he is humankind. He is kin to the feral monstrosities that roam this land, leaving carnage in their wake.
He doesn't know when to give up. No one would believe this madness.
No need to distress yourself. I'll show you the proof. You, boy, who call yourself the prince. You will be the cornerstone upon which my utopia is built.
Utopia?
What is he doing?
What's happening?
What ails him?
Witness the truth, good people. You would know the identity of your would-be prince. Here he is!
It's a monster! It's a human!
It's gone.
The truth of the humans is laid bare. They're no beasts, but another form of the Elder Tribe. Cast aside their guise with magic, and they reveal their true colors.
I look badass.
He is no royalty, no boy, but a ruthless fiend intent on your throne.
It's not true. It has to be one of the Count's illusions.
What illusion? That's no prince! It's a monster! It'll kill us all! Run!
What has become of him?
It must be Luis's wicked magic. Yet, the aura of Magla, it's exactly like a human's.
He's not!
He's a human.
Hey! Snap out of it! You have to stop this! Ah!
But what about me, though? To help everyone in need. Was it too idealistic? Was I too naive to win? Are we gonna finally know who this person is? Luis called it trickery, and even my very
Be
body.
not afraid, child. 'Tis not thy true self. 'Tis not thy true fate.
Who are you? What do you know about it?
In this moment, thy mind is disturbed, twisted by the power of that man. The time has come. Thou must face the truth deepest within thee.
What's that about it?
The deepest truth?
Remember again thy true self, the purpose of thy birth.
My purpose? Yes, that right. I took on a mission to save the prince.
An ideal world.
Wait.
Even if reality crushes everything I believe in, even if my ideals languish, I know I can trust you to see them through.
Wait, am I realizing this now? That the prince's voice is my voice?
It's always been that way. Whenever my life's been the hardest, you are always there to help me through it.
Wait, what? We are actually the prince.
After all, you're mine.
We are his equal. Are you saying?
Wake up!
Wake
up!
Hey! Are you saying I'm his persona?
you well?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
You seem coherent at least. We saw you take on a terrible, monstrous form. We knew not what to do.
You had vast reserves of magic poured into you. It was eating away at your body and mind, but I've managed to suppress it. He may be back with us, but without rest, he will surely succumb to the spell. I don't know if he can withstand the same magic a second time.
Don't worry.
I will not let you die.
It would appear the throne is now mine in every sense. None remain to oppose me.
Come on, I have a saying to this.
Your vengeance is at hand. Will you not finally slay the monster and avenge your people?
Shut up!
Unfortunately, the prince is finished either way. Both this imposter and the true prince at death's door, deep in the woods.
No.
The true prince? You bastard! What have you done?
Bloody hell! Is that why he called us here? It was all just a bloody distraction!
Your part in this has ended. Go where you wish, but I advise you run fast if you would outpace your hunters.
Seize the monster! I don't care if you have to kill it!
Attention now. This looks dire. How could you deceive us?
I knew all along that filthy lowborn was hiding something! Monster!
We retreat to our gauntlet runner. We must find him safe haven to rest.
It won't be long until the entire kingdom hears of this mess. We've no safe haven left.
Gallica, we've only got one option now. I'm worried about the prince too.
I know. We'll head to my home, and the prince's refuge. The Elden Sanctum.
I guess we still have to go there. And supports have begun drastically declining in number.
Count Luis has saved the country. He has driven off the human who sought to usurp it.
Count Luis is our true savior.
Come on, I would have actually just, said like, your lies. I know my true calling.
Sounds like we've got our next king then.
We might as well fall in with him. He'll keep us safe from any humans at the very least.
They'll be all right, won't they?
That boy is no monster. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Luis! What the hell did he do? Stay safe out there, boy.
The flow of that evil Magla was surely born from Luis's magic. What a terrifying force.
I'll remember that sight for the rest of my days. But he hasn't got you beat yet, my friend. You can't tell me the fight's over.
Why?
Did this happen? Anyhow, there's no time to waste. Let's set course for the ancient Elden Sanctum. Don't lose hope.
Damn, my whole honored work.
It was more of a defeat than it was a departure. They board the gauntlet runner and rush from the capital, as though hiding from the shrieking animosity of the masses. What more can they endure? There is no light to be seen.
A hiding place for the Elder tribe. Wonders never cease.
We can marvel at it later. The mirror hasn't shown me anything for a while. I can't even see the room now, let alone the prince.
No. Just after we'd finally resolved the curse, too.
Luis's final words trouble me. We must hurry on.
At first glance,
It makes
it's a thick
sense.
forest, deep as any other. But the observant may sense that every tree in its formation is ancient and grand, bathed in mystical serenity. The name of this place is familiar only to the few who grasp the truth. The ancient Elden Sanctum.
I'm sure here they're gonna know the
lad?
truth.
That's a relief. Seems like the rest on the ride here did him some good.
Poor chap's even got me worried. I'll shuffle along too.
Hey, I reacted poorly when you were turned into that thing. I apologize. My mind just went blank. For a moment, I doubted you. Forgive me. I should have recognized Luis's drivel for what it was.
So I guess this is. So what I've learned so far for the entire game, it seems that it's very evident that, I guess, towards emotion and the density of magla is what transforms anybody into a beast. Because we've seen that through the child of Joanna in Martyra, back in Martyra. Because, again, that human was a child that transformed for most likely a density of magla. And we see that far off in the entirety of the game. Even to the dragon god, we even see supposedly a Mustari sort of humans, and it was clinged towards the dragon god. So I'm just kind of like, I guess this all comes down to melancholia and the density of magla. And I guess that's what Luis did to us. He kind of played a dirty trick. So it's definitely interesting. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be told. Like, we're not gonna know the truth now, because the bombshell here is that the Elden tribe is literally the remaining of humankind. But taking that in words without context, people don't know what the actual old society was. And obviously now looking on what the Elden tribe looked like, is actually more obvious that, I guess, they have more of the human being physique. That's why they have no other features like, the Rusaint or the Clamor or the Parabus and etc. We literally the Elden tribe is the last remaining of the humankind being. And obviously, picking it out without context, if we listen to human, it's the monsters are around. Okay, so that and I guess damn, that's really interesting. It's behind
us now.
Nothing will shake me like that again, I swear it.
And I realized,
I will never turn from you.
We saw the prince was its hair covered his right, it would be his right eye. I'm pretty sure is yellow. I'm pretty sure whatever the curse did is what we born from it.
And here's hoping there can be no surprises worse than that.
I'm pretty sure once we get there, we're gonna do some fusion ass shit and reveal our true form. I feel like we're doing.
If we get lost in here, we're never getting out.
I can sense a special barrier in place. Meant to deliberately lead people astray, too. A perfect place to hide.
Gallica, how fares His Highness? Does the Farsight Mirror yield any news?
No. I checked a bunch of times in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm not seeing anything. I'm worried.
Hurry and lead the way.
Right. Everyone stay close so we don't get separated. The village is this way.
I'm worried about the prince. His life is on our hands.
And most likely that would be the case. We are literally the prince.
You live in a world where people can make their own future, just like you. It's the only one who can see that dream become a reality.
What am I alone?
What now?
Okay, there's no battle. Ah, the flower beds.
Huh? This looks like... Who are you?
He's remembering his past.
Mad swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
I think he's gonna discover the whole truth. Where is he? Zorba! Where are you?
Swathe of beautiful white flowers grown in clusters.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew that these flowers represented royalty. What are they doing within the ancient sanctum?
Is there something up there? I feel like it is. I think we're gonna have the new heroic embodiment here. The grand fantasy thing. I think that's what's gonna happen here.
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Elden people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true...
They're not. There's no way.
Yeah, they don't know the actual true definition of human.
Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcis? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there. What? That...
He draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
He gets the cave. It's Magla that I'm sensing. I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level.
Something wrong?
Hey, fairy. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarm in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on.
Oh. I feel like a little bit of Zelda here. This is Kokiri Village.
It's a fairly old Ujif band. It seems to be working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure, came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy, twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
Of course. I must.
I must go to him.
You're right. Maybe we'll find some way to help.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Yeah.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before we go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I should check some of the memorandum when we can. There's just so much to go through. So
I'm a little worried.
Yeah, get to the prince as quick as I can. The prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it. We need to see him for ourselves. I think something definitely, like, we're gonna see him is not there. Whoa, wait a minute! Are you telling me the whole room it's here? This voice. I wonder who is.
Have I waited?
Pardon?
Hold on. Did you really come here from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda?
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has been befalling us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you Elder? I had heard that the prince was the only Elder within the resistance.
You must hurry. The time has come.
The resistance, these resistant members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old chief to handle all on his own.
What?
Right past this door, it is the living quarters. Lady Grude made it strictly clear that it's not to be open under any circumstance. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day.
All for
There
was.
is still time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you had gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others? They're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from the flower patch in the forest. What?
Sure.
Oh, maybe later. Okay, I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't the time to. You changed, Gallica. Even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Huh? I turned to be a person. It's strange now. Hi.
Follow that.
The prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause disturbance.
The prince is just ahead. Are you ready?
We're gonna possibly go into a fight, so... Wow! Okay, this is a bombshell. This is an absolute bombshell.
Let's go.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, where is this? This is the place of the archetypes. There he is.
This way.
It definitely looks like me.
Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Huh? Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Grude. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Grude.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until the rightful day comes. Even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Wait, is the one being talking to us literally the queen?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... No, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Grode? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
No. I think I know what's going on here. I'm pretty sure in this particular scene, none of them saw me because of the prince. I think up until now, they're looking at us, they're looking at me saying like, who are you?
Hurry.
I hear that voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew.
I can't wait. Come on, show it to me.
I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
This voice.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
Okay, so the game wants me to recapitulate everything and know what I know, and if I know the truth, that's how I progress. Look now to the past. I see the roads I travel on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Luis, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince...
lies dead before me.
He lies dead before me.
Thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
And this is where it ends. That's not true.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
His will lives on.
His will lives on.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more.
So I see. So yeah, everything I said to this point is definitely true. So we are... I guess that's the whole thing. The prince has been on a curse, been in a slumber, but it seems the standing soul of our mother, was most likely would be the queen, took the prince's soul, making us into a physical form, and obviously we've been playing the prince the whole entire time.
Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm the prince's friend. I'm just a traveler. I'm no one. I'm the prince's friend.
I'm the prince's friend.
Is that truly thy role? Clear your mind and think. To name but a few, thy parents, memories of thy youth? Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences wert to prepare thee for this day, to share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Do you mean the trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me? But if they've known I've come from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I have taught such a laughable, idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission and end it here.
Is that right?
I see. My true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I refuse to know. Okay, that's a route to bad ending. So, I am the prince.
I am the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Hark, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world.
Oh.
In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal.
We made his wish come true. Oh wow.
It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic.
It's a divine relic.
Into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come, awakened, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
So we're gonna be fusionized. We're one of the same. I am thou, thou art I. Wow, that's a nice plot. Holy shit.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance, the boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there
Exactly.
are so few of us left now.
It's partially true what I said, but I didn't know it was that because of that. So I guess she forged, well, I guess not forged, I guess she modified the memory that she thought we were there, but we never was.
Will you
And she met
the
us
military
after
to deliver
this.
a message to our contact there. This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
Are we not gonna see the queen? I want to see the queen.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How do you feel?
I feel fine.
I feel fine, I think.
Oh wow, the silver hair is absolutely amazing.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself. But I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone, I need to tell you something. The truth is,
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Dracadios.
a mass of magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
I mean, I was kind of like, it's funny now that like, oh look, yeah, you realized that you've been the prince the whole time. I was like, oh, that makes sense, because I was trying to think like, wait, how are we gonna do that? We make the prince king when we trying to, like, I wasn't getting the rules straight. I was saying like, wait, if I participate, I become king, but the prince what? RC, this makes sense. We've been the prince the entire time. That's awesome.
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And
Aww.
more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
It did. Hulkenberg is so adorable. I pronounce your sentence. You've always been an ally.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life.
It's just, it even surprised me to... I think I never heard the prince talk unless, he was very young. And hearing him, I think that was the case. I think I didn't realize until that moment. It's like, wait, why the prince has the same voice as I? And that's when I realized that, oh wait, we are the prince. And everything started to connect.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Nothing changed between us. Same as always.
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Sorry about that.
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
So, we're not gonna get Sorba?
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real.
His wish came true.
He is a child of Elden blood and Elden legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
A guiding voice?
Whose?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruaday mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
Yeah. Sort of.
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruaday, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder Tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
What a revelation that was. Holy damn. Memorandum. The truth of the prince. Let's just read this. The son of the heir and the heir to the throne of King Hythlodaeus V, the prince and phantom are now one and the same. The attack on the prince since the royal palace led his aides to conclude the capital was no longer safe for him, so they secretly moved the prince to the ancient Elden Sanctum to continue recovering. Alas, their Elden techniques were not enough to lift his curse, and he continued to decline until falling into a coma. However, he had guidance from a mysterious voice, and an indomitable will that would not see his ideals abandoned. Through these, a new body made of magma was created. Much like the dragons of yore, the prince's spirit inhabited this new body, and he started another life as an entirely separate young man. That young man, oddly enough, pursues a journey to change the world, something the prince likely would have wished to take on had he been well enough. Through that journey, the young man came to know the truth behind everything, and after his spirit returned to his body, he could then reveal himself publicly as the prince once more. Wow. We have also unfettered bonds from our characters. There's a lot to read here. Okay. Wow, okay.
Now what am I to do?
What a state in our village it is in right now. So if there's anything you need, now's the time.
Now then.
Do you have any sword? Comet sword, please.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I just realized the price in this thing. Come on. Don't do this. Wow! I'm buying that. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna leave it from here. There's a lot to take in. I'm pretty sure the episode is definitely has gone very far long enough for this one. So yeah, I'm excited how this game is gonna continue on now. So we now finally know the truth, and most likely we're gonna know a little bit more of the Elden Tribe right on the next episode, and most likely we're gonna have Sorbra as our, the next boss we could most likely gonna face. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave a like, subscribe if you, and I'll definitely see you guys on to the next episode. But until then, peace out.